Stand up for me for a second. You're just being detained as of right now. I'm just going to put you in handcuffs, okay?
Sure it does. I'll let him know.
I'm pretty sure he's already gone.
Okay.
So is that the story you're sticking with? That this is your real ID, this is your real name, this is your real date of birth?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
I actually don't have nothing else to say.
You don't have nothing else to say?
No.
Okay.
On May 7th, 2025, officers responded to a pawn shop where a woman had attempted to purchase a $12,000 Rolex using a credit card and a driver's license, whose barcode returned an entirely different name and address. The moment staff scanned it, 3 fabricated identities. 1 subject, 1 question. Did the officers get every step of this investigation right? And would it hold up in
Why
court?
would you think it's...
American and driver license, when I scanned it, it came out with different name and address.
All right, let me take a look. What's your name? Ma'am? What's your name?
My name?
Your name? Emily? Emily what?
Miranda.
And this is your driver's license?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is the address on it correct?
It should be.
And what is that address?
It's the address upstairs, 277.
Okay.
Jennings Farm Road.
Okay. Why are they saying this isn't coming up? What's going
I
on?
have no idea.
Okay. What's your date of birth?
The 20th of 97 of this month.
Okay. Do you have any other driver's license in any other states?
No.
Alright, just give me a moment to try to figure out what's going on, okay?
Okay.
Alright.
So can I leave?
Nope.
'Cause I have,
No, you can't. You're being detained right now.
Okay, well, I have the Uber waiting for me outside.
Okay, you're being detained right now.
What does that mean?
That means you are not free to go anywhere.
Okay.
Okay? 35 clear 2.
Can I talk to you guys? You good for a second?
Can you run me a Connecticut DL?
Hey, how's it going, guys? So what's going on? Yeah.
So she came in with a plan to purchase a Rolex watch, and she tried to use a fake ID and the credit card name matching to fake ID. When I scanned the ID, came out different name and address in my system, so I figured she is trying to scam us. I think she's working with somebody. She texting to some. Maybe she had like a boss on top of her.
Did you give the IDs back
I
to?
gave it to police officer.
Okay, give it to them. Okay, so what was she? How much was she supposed to be purchasing
It
this
was
one?
12,300 total purchase of the Rolex watch.
So she came in for 12,300. What kind of Rolex was
It's
it?
a Rolex Submariner.
What was it?
A Rolex Submariner.
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 Okay. And then she presented you. What kind of ID was it?
It's a. Don't remember, but you're.
Okay, I'll take a look at it. You don't remember what state it was out of, anything like that. But you said it looked like her, but when you ran it, the address was different.
Address and name was different. When I scanned it, the
Okay.
barcode on the back.
Okay. All right, let me go take a look at it. Yep.
So, for example, what is in our system, Kimberly Harrison,
Mm-hmm.
and the ID itself, Miranda, which matching the card,
Okay.
and completely different address, and the IDs look weird.
Okay, let me take a look at it. Was this the watch that she was supposed to be buying here?
This one.
That one? Okay. Ma'am, can you stay off your phone, please?
Okay, well, I'm letting somebody know the situation.
What's that?
I'm letting somebody know the situation.
What's the situation though?
The situation.
What's that?
Cops.
Cops what?
I don't know.
I told her she's detained right now. The DL's not coming back as anything.
Okay. So, ma'am, stay off your phone, okay? All right. I need you to just have a seat over here, and I need to read something to you before we talk to you, okay? Okay, these are your rights. You speak English fully and understand it? Okay, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him or her present while you are being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questions if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions. You understand that? Okay, so what's going on?
Nothing. I'm here to buy a watch.
Okay. So you came in to buy the Rolex watch?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I mean, so what's the process? Like, what are you guys gonna like?
So you're being detained right now
What does
because
that mean?
you're not free to leave.
So am I going to jail?
That's the process we're going through. That's why I'm asking you questions so I can figure out what's going on because I can't just come into a situation and arrest you, right?
Right.
Okay. So, can I see those? Okay, so you came in and you presented these two things to them, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any documentation that has your right information on it?
No.
Okay. And who is this on the driver's license?
That's me.
This is you?
That's,
Okay. So you're telling me that your name is Emily Miranda?
I'm not saying anything.
Okay.
There's nobody that name or date of birth.
What's your date of birth?
It's on the ID.
Okay. So you understand how this is becoming kind of suspicious at this point because you don't even know what your date of birth is?
5/20/1997.
Okay. And what is your name and your address?
It's 277 Farm Road, Richfield, Connecticut.
Okay.
06-877.
with a available fingerprint scanner for Alpha 35.
All right. Just hang out with her for a minute. I want to see what their system came back with. Okay.
Nothing.
No, theirs.
Oh,
they
yeah,
scanned
yeah.
it.
It'd be much easier if we knew exactly who you were. Because this isn't looking good right now, and if you go up to county jail as a Jane Doe, you're gonna stay up there a lot longer.
Okay, so what? So you guys take me to jail? Yes or no? I understand it.
Well, as of right now, that's a fraudulent driver's license.
So what's? So what's
So it's an arrestable offense.
so do you say that? I'm sorry. Do you say that it was unarrestable or not arrestable?
It is.
Alright,
Alright, so we're getting somebody with a fingerprint scanner to come get your real ID. Unless you want to tell it to me. That would make it so much easier on all of us. And you'd be cooperative, which would be much better for you.
Alright, well, can I send a text message?
Nope. Here, we'll go ahead and take that then.
Actually, no.
Well, you're being detained.
Alright.
And we already asked you don't be on your phone.
I'm not on my phone. I
You just said,
asked
can you send text messages? I said no.
Okay, and
Alright,
did I-
so let's not pick up your phone.
Did you see me send a text message or didn't?
Which one's your Uber outside waiting for you?
I mean, if I'm not gonna take it, then does it really matter?
Sure it does. I'll let him know.
I'm pretty sure he's already gone.
Okay.
So is that the story you're sticking with? That this is your real ID, this is your real name, this is your real date of birth? Yes?
I actually don't have nothing else to say.
You don't have nothing else to say?
No.
Okay. All right, just hold that for a second. Stand up for me for a second. You're just being detained as of right now. I'm just gonna put you in handcuffs, okay? All right, just have a seat for a second until the other officer gets here, okay?
Hey, are you Uber by any chance?
Yes.
Who are you waiting for? What's her name?
Tofik.
Long dark hair?
Oh, the girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lena.
Okay, what's the name you have for her? Here, write it down. Oh, Lena, do you have like her first and last name or her?
No, Uber just
Take a look at the 1017
If
and
you want to
42
look
zone.
at the window.
Yeah, who does she Yeah, give me all the info you have if you don't mind.
Lena,
Lena A. Where'd she come from? Where'd you pick her up at? Which one?
Yeah.
Oh, you're just picking her up.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
okay.
picking her up. Yeah. There's some problem?
Yeah, she's not going to be coming with you. She'll be coming with us. All right, so I don't know how you'd go about that fare. Get out of here. Go pick up some more fares. Make some more money.
Thanks so
All right, thank you. Talk to your Uber guy. Do you have your information? You want to verify it, or you want to play this game?
I just said I don't have nothing.
You never use it just because this name was
Okay, just because, I mean, that's her name.
Lena? That's the name on the Uber? Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, like I said, you already have I'm not going to ask you any more questions because you already said you wanted to exercise your rights, but I'm just saying you already have a fraudulent ID here, so it's already going to be an arrest.
Probably the credit card too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just not telling her this is the start of it. And then when the fingerprint scanner gets here and they fingerprint you, we'll figure out who you are, and then we'll go from there, okay?
Officers scanned her fingerprints and found her real name.
What do we got for the first name?
Helena Arenciba is her last name.
Lena A. I had it.
Sound about right? Does it come back with a Florida ID?
Arrested for battery by Lakeshore.
Like a DL number?
Nose, pierce back, tattoo left hand.
I don't know which way left is. No, that's right. No, that's left. Yeah.
Now, let's break down the legal analysis. The first issue is the legality of the detention itself. Under Terry versus Ohio, 1968, an investigative stop requires reasonable, articulable suspicion, specific, articulable facts pointing to criminal conduct, a business reporting active fraud, a document producing, a biometric mismatch on scan, and a credit card bearing, a name matching neither the ID face nor the barcode scan. That threshold was cleared before officers said a word. The detention was lawful from the outset. From there, the encounter moved quickly toward a key legal junction. Under Berkemer versus McCarty, 1984, an investigative detention does not automatically trigger the full protections of a custodial arrest, including, at that stage, mandatory Miranda advisement. The officer correctly communicated the subject was not free to leave while remaining within investigative territory. That distinction, detention versus arrest, is not semantic. It defines which constitutional protections apply at each phase, and the officer navigated it accurately. As the encounter escalated toward custodial interrogation, the officer administered a full Miranda advisement, confirmed English comprehension, then proceeded. Miranda versus Arizona 1966 sets a clear rule. Any statement obtained without that advisement is inadmissible. When the subject invoked her right to silence, questioning stopped immediately, precisely as Berghuis versus Tompkins 2010 requires. An unambiguous invocation must be honored without hesitation. It was. Every statement made before that invocation remained fully admissible. There was nothing to suppress. The officer also restricted the subject's phone access, twice after the pawnshop employee flagged, a belief that she may have been working with an accomplice. Courts have consistently upheld officers' authority to impose reasonable restrictions on a detainee's conduct where a legitimate law enforcement purpose exists. Preventing coordination with a potential co-conspirator during an active fraud investigation qualifies without question. The restriction was lawful, targeted, and proportionate. When handcuffing became necessary, the officer explicitly stated the subject remained detained, not yet under formal arrest. Graham versus Connor, 1989, establishes that the reasonableness of any restraint is assessed from the perspective of a reasonable officer at the scene, not in hindsight. The Ninth Circuit in United States versus Bautista confirmed that handcuffing during a Terry stop does not automatically convert detention into arrest, provided the circumstances justify it. An evasive, unidentified subject suspected of coordinated fraud more than met that standard. With the subject refusing to provide her true identity, officers deployed a field fingerprint scanner, a step with clear constitutional grounding. Davis versus Mississippi, 1969, recognized fingerprinting as a minimally invasive identification method. Subsequent Federal Circuit decisions have confirmed that field fingerprinting during a lawful detention does not violate the Fourth Amendment when identity is genuinely at issue. Here, the subject had produced 3 distinct names across her ID face, its barcode data, and her Uber account. Identity was not merely at issue, it was the entire dispute, and the biometric step was fully justified. The scan resolved it. 1 real name, a Florida ID, and a prior arrest for battery. 3 fabricated identities dismantled in under 60 seconds. That result grounded 3 charges: fraudulent use of a credit card, a felony at $12,000 in virtually any jurisdiction; possession of a fraudulent driver's license, supported by the physical document whose barcode contradicted its own face; and giving a false name while lawfully detained, grounded in the subject's own on-record statements made before her invocation. Each charge rests on independent evidentiary footing. and the legal analysis of the investigation is complete.
After officers found her real name, she refused to answer questions.
All right, you can. Do you have anything on you that's going to poke us, stick us, or anything like that that we need to know about?
No.
All right, you are under arrest. Stand up.
Earring, belly button piercing, anything else? No other piercings?
You want to get those piercings out at the in booking?
Yeah. I'll look that up there. Put it down there.
Probably has your ID in there.
Probably. Probably back of phone.
I'll grab my stuff since you're taking out. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
With the legal framework established, the question turns to performance, how each party handled the encounter when the law was watching. The lead officer earns an A-. His legal execution was disciplined throughout, a valid Terry detention, a timely Miranda advisement, immediate compliance with the silence invocation, and a constitutionally sound pivot to biometric identification once questioning was foreclosed. That sequence left no procedural gap for a defense challenge. The single deduction is narrow. After the first phone warning, the subject accessed her device again, before a second intervention. Given the established concern about a potential accomplice, a harder line on the first warning would have been tactically tighter. That is a minor note in an otherwise model investigation. The subject receives a D, a forged Connecticut driver's license, a credit card opened in the false name on that license, and a separate operational alias for transportation. This was coordinated, infrastructure-supported fraud, not a crime of opportunity. Every decision made during the encounter compounded her exposure. A false name on the record, a fabricated address confirmed, date of birth deflected, phone access attempted twice, after being ordered otherwise. She maintained the false identity until a fingerprint scanner made it impossible to sustain. The sole credit? She complied physically when formally arrested, preventing escalation, but it does not shift a grade, defined entirely by calculated, layered deception. Every encounter like this one leaves something worth carrying forward, and this case offers 3 clear takeaways. The first centers on technology. The subject had constructed a credible false identity, visually consistent documents, a matching credit card, a rehearsed address. None of it survived a fingerprint scan. As biometric capability becomes routine in the field, the architecture of false identity has a hard ceiling, and this case illustrates exactly where that ceiling sits. That connects directly to the second takeaway, the pawnshop's role before a single officer arrived. Their barcode scanner flagged the discrepancy. Their staff held the subject on premises. Their employee delivered a precise, organized account. Civilian fraud prevention infrastructure was not incidental. To this arrest, it was the foundation of it. And the third runs through the entire encounter. Procedural discipline is not a constraint on effective policing. It is what makes the case hold. A clean Miranda advisement, strict compliance with the invocation, and a lawful pivot to biometrics meant there was nothing to suppress and nothing to challenge. The law was followed precisely, and the case is the stronger for it. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching.